Warning, the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds are going to make you sick to your stomach if you care about voting rights in America, but please watch. So I've talked about in the last couple of videos just how horrific the purging process has been in states like Ohio, where they're removing people from the rolls not only who've passed away or moved, but who voted infrequently. And that's taken a real toll on the broad, diverse coalition that elected Obama in Ohio twice, for example. But it's actually far worse than I had time to explain in those first couple of videos. It turns out, as I explain in my book, Laboratories of Autocracy, the process of purging voters is also full of errors and full of incompetence. And one example will show you just how bad the problem is. So in 2019, Ohio's Secretary of State actually released a list in advance of a purge of the voters that were supposed to be purged. And the goal was that voting rights groups and advocates would then have time to call these voters to tell them to get themselves off that to-be-purged list. They made many phone calls, they got a lot of people off the list, but they also found over the course of going through that list that 40,000 of those 235,000 voters on the list were on the list in pure error. They hadn't moved, they hadn't passed away, but they actually had also voted in the elections that this list said they hadn't voted in. A huge number, actually 17% of the voters on the list were on the list by government error. Now, the Secretary of State did take these 40,000 people off that list, but stubbornly insisted on moving forward with that purge, which led to, we found later, other people being purged by accident. It was so bad the League of Women Voters president in Ohio found herself on this list. Now, that number should scare the heck out of anyone paying attention, because over the course of the last decade, more than 2 million Ohio voters were purged. If you take that 17% and apply it to that 2 million, we're talking hundreds of thousands of voters purged, not because they moved, not because they passed away, but because the government screwed up. This is a number that changes outcomes, folks. We can get rid of this process if we pass the Freedom to Vote Act right now, and we must.